Good morning to you and welcome to Scottie Mcclue's live. We are, of course, live on YouTube, but you probably knew that. Anyway, welcome. Lovely to have you with us. Friday morning, can you believe another week has gone? Another week has been done in. But what a fantastic week it's been for the Scottie Mcclue YouTube channel. Thank you for all your continued support, for all the newcomers who are joining us. It makes it well worthwhile. As I say, we may have to give up the mornings in favour of the evenings if I have to return to my day job. We have a saying in the media, you never give up your day job. Great to be back with you, and dinky do. Who have we got here? Wonderful John Jones. Good morning, Scottie. Morning, John. Dinky, says Scott. Dinky do. And it's very funny because there's a huge number of people waiting when we come on, and then they drop and come back up again. Morning, Scottie. And good morning, Scottie. Thought I'd pop in during my tea break at work, Chris Wilmot. How fantastic is that? And dinky do. Lovely to have you with us. Welcome. I hope everything's going okay at work. You're doing all your social distancing and all that sort of thing. Wonderful Kareem Zakaria. Good morning, Scottie. Hello, Scottie. How are we today? We are very well, Kareem. Better for hearing from you. How are the glasses? Have you got them yet, or have you got to wait till they're ready? And hopefully that will help the headaches. So there we are. Wonderful stuff, because they can do terrific. They do the little puff of air in the eyeball and all that. So it's wonderful. The eye test, they can do amazing things these days. Fantastic. Now, I'll need to get the sharing started right away, so I hope you'll all be doing the same. And we can get started as soon as possible. So there we are. Good morning to everybody, and welcome. We're live on Super Chat. I'll just change that. I'll change the Super Chat to, here we're coming now, there we are, wonderful stuff. And I'll change the Super Chat and get that into, all chat? What's the other one called? There's another one, isn't there? Fantastic, right. There we are, we'll just get that light, wonderful. And I'll get this shared as well, guys. Get this off to you. Lots and lots of sharing. Let everybody know that we are live. Wonderful stuff. Glenn Peacock, good morning, Scottie. Hope you're well. Tell Mrs. Mcclue and Johnson I said good morning. Yes, we'll not disturb them all, but I'll just shout on Johnson. I'll say, Johnson, yes, Glenn is live. Yes, when her ladyship comes down, can you tell her he says hello? Yes, very good. Thank you, Johnson. There we are. Excellent. Good. Yes, that's in hand. Scottie, I have to wait a week. I have a confession. I'm still in bed. I have you on my phone, lol. I'll get you on the PC shortly and get up. Kareem, don't rush. You're always rushing to get up. And if somebody else is seeing that the dogs get out for a tiddle, then I think you should chill. You should watch Scottie Mcclue, stay in bed, not a problem. Nobody minds, dear boy. I wondered what your opinion was on the cuts to local BBC television and radio programming, Scottie. I feel local radio in particular is a companion and a lifeline for many people who are lonely. Yes, I don't think that they should be making cuts there at all while managers are taking away millions of pounds. So, I think what we need to do is say, look, cut down on the administration. You see, remember, I can't remember the proportion, but years ago, I think it was something like 90% administration and 10% talent at the BBC. Now, I think it should be 90% talent and 10% administration. So there you are, but we'll see how we go. It's a very difficult organisation. It's become unwieldy. I think it employs around 27,000 people, that 30,000 people, big employer. J-Dog, hello, says Kareem. Dinky do Scottie, says J-Dog Gaming. Did you say Mrs. Mcclue went for a lie down last night? I hope she's okay. She's just resting. She's very busy making tablet. So there we are. Hello, Kareem, says J-Dog. Fantastic. So yes, but having said that, I've seen the BBC set up new services and they're not being patronised. You know, I mean, in fact, one audience were down to 4,000. Now, that's for a BBC programme. I've seen Scottie Mcclue do a tweet and get 27,000. So do you see what I mean? One tweet. Scottie Mcclue does one tweet, 27,000. The BBC shows a programme, 4,000. You do the math. You work that out. You know what I mean? There we are. Hello. Just with you mentioning the wonderful things that they can do with eye tests, they found a brain tumour early enough to save my mother-in-law's life. Amazing. Scott, wonderful. Yes, now I have heard this, that your optician can see things, if you'll pardon the pun, that doctors can't. And they can see there's something wrong. Because I remember saying to my optician, she makes tablets. She solders all the little wires together. And how is the rest? Glenn, now you don't know what tablet is, actually. It's like a Scottish hard fudge. How was the rest of the stream last night, Scottie? I was away having dinner at the time, yes. And you watched The Young Ones, didn't you? Which we like. I like you picking up all that knowledge about comedy, although it was a bit of a crazy show. But a lot of shouty, bally stuff going on. The rest of the stream last night, J-Dog, was outstanding. I think the best one ever. And it pains me to say that because we've had so many absolute belters, you know. But I think that was the best one ever. So there we go. Scottie, what are your plans for today? My window's still leaking. The insurance company won't do anything about it. Maybe they can't come out with the social distancing, Kareem. So there we are. Yes, because you should check your policy on that. Pardon me. Can I just say last night's stream was fabulous and was a pleasure to participate in with everyone. It was quite outstanding, Chris. I feel we made a massive shift. Guys, I need more likes. Has everybody liked? I think it's that way. And somebody told me it's not on the left, it's on the right, the like. You know, now mine's on the left. I think, well, it's kind of maybe slightly left of centre, I would have said. But there we are. I'll have another look. Scottie, correct. I got that done yesterday when my house got tested. No tumours and looks very healthy. She said, of course you're healthy, Kareem. Yes, everybody on here is fabulous. There we go. Fantastic. And last night was an outstanding stream. Even a critic, your wildest critic, of which I have a lot, because there's a wee touch of the green-eyed monster, you know. So this is the crowd that go, you know, no time you chat. No, not at all. So there we haven't even scratched the surface with broadcasting, you know. As I say, I know I'm not the springiest of spring chickens. But I was once, and, you know, I was a force for the new in broadcasting and still am. Yes, I watched The Young Ones, completely mental. They are absolutely bananas, bonkers, aren't they? But they wanted, like the music of the Beatles and the Rolling Stones in the 60s, the Young Ones wanted to shake up British comedy. You know, the only thing is you need a bit of talent to do all that kind of thing, you know. Scottie Mcclue, dinky do, says Bronktiaskamuskago. Lovely to have you with us. Come and join us. I want to know about your health, please. So they were fantastic. Is tablet nice? Tablet is stunningly nice, Glenn. It's very sweet to need to watch if you're diabetic, but it's sweeter than fudge. So there you go. And it's hard. It melts in your mouth. So you bite a bit of hard stuff and it just kind of melts in your mouth. So there we are. That's Scottish tablet for your dinky do. Guys, we must get sharing. Now, come on. What has happened here? What on earth is going on? Has everybody joined us? Have you told 10 to tell 10? Have you subscribed? Have you given me a thumbs up? I need another half dozen subscriptions this morning. Just getting over a 4-week bad chest infection. My specialist has been great, Scottie, emailing and phoning over this bad time. You're a very clever man. We send you strength. Wonderful. Nobody can hold a candle to Mcclue or this show for that matter. There should be no green-eyed monsters. All other broadcasters should see this show and up their game. Glenn, Chris, I have to agree with you, Chris Wilmot. What a wonderful thing to say. And you're quite right, and I don't mean that in any blah way, because I am the world's top broadcaster, the first lord of the internet, and the world's most humble man. 3 big, big titles, and I defy anyone else to come up to that. Scottie found an autograph pic. There were Massivo. No, I would need to autograph one for you, Massivo. But I need to get you the pic. Scottie, no Daphnes last night. Hopefully they'll learn and not act up. Classic comedy has died. Great programs from the past. Well, I think Scottie Mcclue could be the next big thing in classic comedy. But we need somebody very switched on to do it. And I know exactly the man that could do it, but it's whether he can swing it with the big bosses. So there we are. Scottie, how's lockdown been for you mentally? Massive very, very good, because I do so much learning and reading and understanding. So, from that point of view, I've turned lockdown into something positive. But that's the story of my life. I've had a few negatives in my life. Having my life savings taken off me by a fraudster was one of them. But you have to not fight back, but work your way back, crawl along the bottom of the seabed, and then say, we must go up there and get oxygen and live. Live. So important, guys. So there we are. So mentally, for me, you'll be a better judge of me than I am, but I'm feeling pretty good because I've dealt with the difficulties. And there's a lot of them. Let's not kid ourselves. Plenty of challenges. I wear a mask when I'm on my own in the house. Nothing to do with coronavirus. It's just to stop me eating. There we are. I have to tell you. Love you, man, says Massivo. Massivo, you are a topper. Hello, David Scott. I'd love to see you on Big Brother. Would that be interesting? Do you know I got right to the final of Big Brother, Kareem? I went down to the Emirates Stadium where Arsenal play, Arsenal's ground, the Emirates Stadium in London, and I spent 3 days auditioning for Big Brother, and I got right to the top. And then they didn't take me because I'd had so much television experience. It made them anxious. And one of them said, well, you would know then what we were, and I, that was that. I said, I'm not going to let on. They said, we can't take a risk, Scottie, But because I might have been up to it, I think I could turn the Big Brother house into quite an interesting place to be. So there we go. Dinky-doo, Scottie, and everyone. Literally the worst things like fraud happen, and you're still happy. I respect you so much. Massivo, that was one of the big things when everything hit me. Debt, lies, cheating, stealing, all that sort of stuff. When all that hit me, I realized that I had to save me. I was a very happy-go-lucky, positive character, and I had to carry on being so. So that was the fight. But we've done it. We're here. Morning, Kareem, David Taylor, Dinky-doo, Scottie and everyone. Robster Mary, lovely to have you with us. So there we are. Yes, 10 years of nightmare, but you deal with it. There's so many wonderful people come round and support you. And is there anything we could do for you? And all that sort of stuff. And that's fantastic. I'm very, very lucky. There we are. Good morning, Kareem, says David Taylor. David Taylor, good morning to you. Lovely to have you with us. So fantastic. Guys, let's get sharing. We haven't shared a thing. The time will be over. Nobody will know we're on. They'll all be going, Mr. Scottie, have I missed it? You missed Scottie, yes, you missed him. And I know it's early in the morning. Your positivity is inspiring, Scottie. David Taylor, we need to have that. And, you've got to say to yourself, and this is for every single one of you, this is the moment, and I am the one. I can, and I will. So if I can do something, you can do it. Do you know what I mean? That was why we did that piano lesson the other night for beginners. Everyone can play the piano. A lot of people get put off by somebody going, oh, no, that's for much cleverer people than you. That's the worst thing you can say to people. Chris Wilmert, the clip you played last night, Scottie, was hilarious. It reminded me of a clip from one of your other old radio shows where a woman from Stoke phoned in with a recipe for lobby. Equally as hilarious. There we go. Scottie, what year did this evil man steal your hard-earned cash? What comes around goes around, Scottie. Sad life it has, Scottie. Absolutely, Kareem. This was between 2008 and 2010. So there were bye-bye life savings. There we go. Dinky Doo, Scottie. Jara John here. Please, you good. Jara John. Count Morkilago. Count Morkilago. It's good to hear from you from the northeast, eh? Fantastic. Dinky Doo. So that was that. So we're, 12 years, Kareem? 12 years crawling along the seabed to get back. A man who has strode the world like a colossus. But somebody once said to me, which I thought was beautiful, they said, Scottie, you can't stride the world like a colossus like you do and not occasionally stand on a shecht. Skite on a shecht. Long time, County Morgalago. It will be, I can tell you, it will be about 23 year since you and I acquainted ourselves. There we are. Sounds like a man that would get under the door with a top hat on, Scottie. David Taylor, you remember the Mcclueisms. Yes, that guy was good on. He says, I'm higher than you. You get under the door with a top hat on. I think we should buy a wee dinghy to sail up and down the Clyde, get you back the radio. A pirate. A pirate was good enough. Oh, wonderful stuff, John Jones. Absolutely. Maybe 12 years ago, but you're back better and stronger. Do you know, you're absolutely right, Chris Wilmot. Than ever, Scottie, leading the broadcasting world once again. Yes, because the way forward is not television or radio, it's social media. Let's have it straight. And it might take a while for that to dawn on people. But what coronavirus has done, it's had top broadcasters in the country broadcasting from their homes. So Mcclue was already ahead of the game, if you see what I mean. And this makes it quite acceptable. So rather than me appearing on television with, say, a picture of London in the background, I'm appearing in the studio here and everybody's used to it now. So where's the beef? Do you see what I mean? It's quite acceptable. Scottie, the sad thing is with plenty more like people like him in the world, toxic people to avoid Kareem. Yes, if only I'd avoided him. He kept ringing and asking me to go into business with him, and I kept turning him down. And then, I thought, well, we could go ahead. And of course, boom, that was it. He was in with his little formula to steal. Scottie, you're an inspiration to us all. Pure legend, big man. Dinky Doo to you, Glenn. Fantastic stuff. Well, we have, when I think about it, 50 million, 60 million people in the UK have heard Scottie Mcclue. Now, that's not bad, is it? 30 years ago, we launched a radio station. It's still on and successful. I got a call last week to phone them, but I missed the call, and it said, phone us up and tell us what that first day was like. Molly Scottie, Finlay. We cannot say that, la. Very good. I understand where you're coming from, Finlay, but I have to make editorial decisions on that. We can't have that when something's ongoing like that. So there we are. You have a talent for survival, Scottie. I think everybody has to have. I think it's very important because when you're right at the top of your game and some halfwit tells you we're going to sack you, we're not renewing your contract, and you say, right, because what they're saying is, we've had all the money out of you, we think we can manage without you. You see? Newsflash. So there we are. So it's just a question of, this is where, in one way, the public service broadcaster is very good, because if they get a good talent, they keep them till retiral, really. That's the sort of idea. They keep them until retire. But that's not the best thing either. I survived on applause or derision in equal measure. Yes, so there we are. So I survived by flying by the seat of my pants. If you want to listen to Scottie Mcclue, you've decided you want to listen to Scottie Mcclue. And I pointed this out to somebody. We're looking at the figures, which were around the 200,000, between 200,000, 250,000 per half hour. And I said to the boss, I said, every single one of these people is there because they've chosen to be there. When did you last make a huge choice about a radio program? When did you wait with anticipation for it to start? Scottie, does your dog like going out in the rain like today, or does he stay in his bed? No, Kareem, he's fine. Because he's older now, it's quite funny. If you open the door and it's torrential rain, he puts his nose out and sniffs the air, and then he just does a volte face, an about turn, and he goes back in. So there you are. But this morning, I actually put him in the big bed, because he likes to stretch out and have a kip. So that's a treat for him. So when I was coming up to broadcast, I thought, I'll just pop you in the big bed jump, and then you can have a kip. He's listening. I remember when you were always thought you were Mike the Mouth. When you were always thought you were Mike the Mouth, 23 years. Amazing, good to see you. No, Mike the Mouth was totally separate altogether. Mike Elliott, wonderful man. I'll tell you where you'll see Mike the Mouth. Sadly, I believe the late Mike the Mouth. But what a superb guy, lovely to work with. And a great actor as well, Mike the Mouth, and entertainer. And he was another survivor, And if you watch the film Billy Elliot, it was filmed at Easington Colliery, down by the sea there, And it was filmed at Easington, which has had a very tough time over the years. A lot of the Northeast has. The Northeast, beautiful. And all the stuff about the miners' strike and that. And if you look at the film Billy Elliot, you'll see Mike the Mouth in it as one of the pals, one of his dad's pals. I walked past Hallam yesterday, you know, where they fish just under the Herries Road arches. Ah, Hallam. Wonderful, wonderful. Big pylon in the garden, though. Did you spot that? So there we are. Pancake Pappy. Big Pipe Pappy in the house. Pancake Pappy, good morning. Lovely to have you with us. I remember you're always... Oh, yes, absolutely. Hello, Scottie Dinky-Doo, says Mo. We have a troll, Scottie. I think we do. We'll see how the troll does. And what we'll do, we'll dump them, Kareem. If they're going to be difficult, guys, I must share to the big Scottie Mcclue page. This is outrageous. We're chattering away here. And time is fleeing. Tempers fugit. There we go. Right, what I'm going to do, we'll pop this onto the big Scottie Mcclue page. So, guys, try and get onto Facebook, the big Scottie Mcclue page at some point. It's just called Scottie Mcclue. Not allowed to change the title. It's very interesting things you're not allowed to do. Chris Wilmot says, half day for me at work, so looking forward to homemade mushroom soup. Beautiful. Accompanied by homemade cornbread for lunch. Perfect in this horrible dreich weather. Chris, it's not horrible, it's just weather. You know. Very crude. What's been insinuated with the pics. Didn't spot the bill. Well, let's see. Right, so what we'll do, Kareem, we'll remove that, and Pancake Pappy will just we'll just bin them off. There we go, gone. You never hear from Pancake Pappy again. Gone. Gone. So there we are. That's the troll gone. Didn't spot the pylon. What's that about, Scotty? Oh, Glenn's been there for years. There's an electricity pylon right in the front garden of the Hallam FM building. Yes. What's the biggest story you covered as a broadcaster? I think, John Jones, it's got to be 9/11. I thought I was looking at a movie when I first put the news on. And I think it was the first anniversary of my mother's death, wasn't it? Yes. And I was looking at the news, and I thought to myself, what's this? I haven't put on a film. And saw the planes crash into the towers. And then out came various bits of information that every programmer was going to pull their phone in. And I thought, what goes through you guys' minds? This is the one night of the century that everyone needs to, not wants to just, but needs to talk. Our phone in will go ahead. And I think it's the program I'm probably proudest of in 28 years. I am now, guys, for those of you who didn't see the other day, on Monday night, that marked the 28th anniversary of Scottie Mcclue and the megaphone in. Scottie Mcclue's Nightline. Depending on the station, 28 years. And I'm now in my 29th year. Is that not amazing? That was the people that were going after about a year. They were going, Scottie's old hat. That's not going to last. Here we are. We're doing it. Scottie, you need to get back in the radio. You made most people laugh with your brilliant dinky do. Jim McKean. Everybody loved that. Fantastic. Morning, Scottie. Thought I was going back to work on Monday. Just been told I'm furloughed for another 3 weeks. I'm demented, Scottie. Sub-Zero 84. Don't worry. McClue to the rescue. Join us in the mornings at the moment, 10 o'clock. That might have to change. And then in the evenings at 8 o'clock. And you come and join us for chat. Because when everybody asks, what's this show about? See, it's just about people chatting. We talk. Everybody gets together. Can you imagine what it's going to be like, and it will be, when everybody discovers it? Says, this is what I'm after. Just a bit of chat with a guy. Everyone remembered how they found out about 9/11? I was in the shower, and my mum shouted through to tell me, poor souls. We got a call the night of 9/11 from a lady whose son had a meeting at 9 o'clock at the World Trade Center. Can you imagine how worried she was when that news broke? 9 o'clock, the World Trade Center on the day of 9/11. Fortunately, his train was stopped, his metro train was stopped in the tunnel. And, he was on that. And he eventually managed to get a hold of her and go, Mum, I'm okay. Oh, how close is that? And to get a call like that on the phone in just says it all. And the programmers who pulled their phone-ins that night should just be very, very deeply ashamed of themselves, ashamed of their judgment, because our phone-in was outstanding. And at the end of it, I don't even think I've got a recording of it. At the end of it, we played the American and the British national anthems, the two of them. Wow. So there you are. There's broadcasting for you guys. Saw the clip when you were reading the news. Who's that handsome chap? Oh, Glenn Peacock. That's a long time ago. 36 years since I read the news on ITV. Scottie, I hope Anna and Linda from Nation Radio are doing okay. They'll be missing you terribly. I hope they can see these great shoes, these great shows. Great shoes. Wonderful. Anna and Linda, fantastic people. That was my deepest regret when they took off the phone in from Nation Radio. That, these people were important in our lives. I went to New York in 2017. It was a very eerie place. Sad. John Jones, yes. Someone told me a plane had hit the Twin Towers. I assumed it was a factor in a microlight and dismissed the incident. Then I got home and saw the news. I was gobsmacked. Gordon Robertson, yes. It was unbelievable. I seriously thought it was a movie. I thought, oh, what's this? A plane crashing into a building. I haven't seen this before. Devastation. And it was all the rescue workers who had turned up, and then the towers came down. Oh, ground zero. America's certainly been through the ringer. There's no doubt about it. Right, if you've just joined me, welcome, welcome, welcome. I say now, have we shared everything? No, we have not. There are. Guys, if any of you are on Reddit, I'm on as Scottie_Mcclue. So there we are. A wee change of things there. I've been on it for a while, but Scottie_Mcclue. Get yourselves onto that and Reddit and build up my karma. Fantastic. Did you hear about J-Dog's joke the other day? The restaurant called Karma. You don't order anything, you get what you deserve. There we are. It's a very powerful thing, karma. Very, very powerful thing. If anybody's ever done you a bad turn, it'll come back to them. Remember, I got the Pentagon. It got the Pentagon also, not just New York. Yes, Kareem, it did. It got the Pentagon, that's right. I recall being at Ground Zero watching Paul Simon sing Sound of Silence. He's absolutely tiny Finlay Morris. What a song, though. Is it not beautiful? When I left Grampian Television in Aberdeen to drive to Carlisle to start with Border Television, and I had a tape in my Allegro 1500 Van Den Pla, none of your nonsense, of Simon and Garfunkel, Bridge Over Troubled Water. Beautiful. I remember driving over the English border, which according to Boris doesn't exist. Oh, imagine coming out with that. Have you, hi Gordon, says Kareem. Have you heard about the outbreak of swine flu in China? It's in a meat factory. I got this from BBC News on the website. Nothing has been on TV. Count Murcielago. It's very interesting. I watch, did you speak any Doric when you worked at Grampian TV, Scotty? No, Robert. We weren't actually allowed to speak a Doric as announcers and newscasters. You see, if you watch some of our newscasters now, some of them are really not terribly good. They try and tell you the news rather than just reading it. You just read the news. It's that sort of thing. That's the gig. Just read it, get on with it. And announcers now do shouty bits over the end of your favorite movie. Don't forget there's comedy coming up. You think, shut up. We had a lovely way of announcing. Very gentle, just reminding people. And of course, you can catch up with the rest of that story tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Back to this evening on ITV. And so it just all flowed beautifully. They can cure swine flu, Kareem. China must make live markets illegal or future outbreaks and new strains will continue. See, I'll tell you what's interesting, Kareem. If it's come from animals, that means it's transferable. Do you see the implications that brings in? Tut, tut, tuttity, tut. Scotty, what was your favourite station? I liked you on Scott FM. Jim McKean, every station I've been on has been my favourite because I've been surrounded by beautiful people. So I absolutely adored Red Rose Radio. Red Rose Radio really stands out as a model for exactly what local radio should be. Based in the centre of your region, serving all of Lancashire, serving Preston, Blackpool, Blackburn, all that stuff. And you could hear it, the AM service, the medium wave service could be heard in Edinburgh in the summer. You know, it's absolutely outstanding. And local news, everything local, people calling in to the radio shows, you know, the DJs knowing their music, queuing up their records. Outstanding. Scott FM, absolutely outstanding. Hallam FM, wonderful. Radio City, Magic, you know, wonderful. Central FM, fantastic. Radio Clyde, Radio Forth I was on for years. You know, just beautiful radio stations. TFM, you know, tremendous. Unfortunately, my tea break's coming to an end. Scottie, been lovely having a morning chat with everyone. See you all this evening at 8 o'clock sharp. Thank you for this morning show. Chris Wilmot, you are welcome. You are a top man. Take great care of yourself and have a lovely day. And I say to you, as we say in all the finest of circles, dinky do. There we go. Fantastic. Whoever has Mcclue has the market. They do indeed. Yes, absolutely. Sometimes they don't realize that until I'm gone. They go, oh, we maybe should have tried a wee bit harder to hang on to Scottie. See you tonight, Chris. So there you are, says David Taylor, everybody shouting. Fantastic. Guys, I can't believe we've been on for 36 minutes. Seems like 2 seconds. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And we might manage to lengthen the shows. What do you think of the 1 hour, though? It's pretty slick, and it allows you to get on with your day. I mean, there we've had Chris with us for his morning hour. You know, fantastic. The lorry drivers that are parked up, you see, you can get it nationally and internationally on your phones. We just need to get the word out there. There is so much media around, and particularly on a wonderful channel like YouTube, when you can get everything. We need to raise the awareness. So, guys, if you can subscribe, like the stream, tap the bell, get your notifications, and just share it. Just take a few minutes to share it, you know. I know you get asked this a lot on social media, but this is Scottie Mcclue asking you. It's totally different to anything else on the internet. There we are. Scottie, what's for din-dins tonight, says David Taylor. David Taylor, I did very well yesterday, but I had too much pasta. Because I think I told you, I tried to open one of these kind of, they're almost hard plastic wrappers. And they're a bit opaque, but you can see the pasta inside. It's like a bag of sugar. That 2 pound bag of sugar. And I took a sharp knife to try and open it because, as you know, you almost feel you need, I don't know, dynamite to open some of these things, like a packet of biscuits. Anyway, I took a sharp knife and dug it in, and the paper split and the pasta just tumbled out. So I had to cook the lot because the bag had gone, so the whole lot went into the pot, which was great. So I had a wee bit too much pasta. So there we are. So we'll maybe have a little bit of leftover, something like that. Morning, Scottie. Boris Johnson speaking in LBC this morning. Situation in Hong Kong. Absolutely. Andrew, we won't go into the second thing because, you know, that's live, if you see what I mean. And we don't have their news back up. So there you are. Only if he was in the studio with me here, which would be quite a coup, to defend himself, would we discuss that. But Hong Kong, yes. I mean, Hong Kong, until very recently, was British. So the Hong Kong people can come here, no problem. We need to repopulate this country. We need good, talented immigrants. Another reason I was disappointed, the holiday ended, was that I couldn't listen to Mcclue on Red Rose. Oh, Glenn Peacock, incredible. Did you used to listen in Blackpool then? Everybody listened to that, you know, absolutely amazing. Famous people used to call in. And the Wizard of the Big Switchboard, wonderful man, would say to me, so-and-so's on the line, I would say, the real one, oh, no, away you go, away. No, it is, he wants to talk to you. So there we are, Red Rose Radio, fantastic, outstanding. Scott FM, we built it into something wonderful, and then the next mob just knocked it down, just crashed the whole game. But there we are. It's very, very strange to watch, because the chairman of the radio station, the managing director of the radio station, was sitting in a meeting, and they were running through the programs at Scott FM. Yes, Scotty, Blackpool. I miss Blackpool, says Kareem. There you are, Kareem. Glenn and you have something in common. You go to Blackpool. And the big boss, they said, what about Scotty? What do we want to change about that program? And he went, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. As if to say, leave Scotty alone. You know, and another big boss, I always remember another big boss. The programmer said to him, right, will I tell Scotty that I want? I went, you don't touch Scotty. Leave Scotty to me. He said, I don't mind you mucking about with the china, but you don't touch the porcelain. Is that gorgeous? And then when I left, I said, what happened at Scott FM? And somebody else who was a big commercial guy goes, they shot the goose. They shot the goose. Wonderful stuff. Anyway, there you go. And I can remember an amazing piece in the paper by the wonderful Leslie Riddoch, top journalist. And she wrote about it. She said, you can't prune a gnarled old tree like Mr. Mcclue. You've got to either let him flourish or chop him down. So there you are, because people have gone, I'd love to hire you as their kind of halfway house, you know. In other words, can we clip your wings? Can we take the edge off your show? Can we remove the successful element and maybe put in something less successful? It's wonderful, isn't it? Scotty, did you know any of the cast of And Still Game? Loving that comedy. Such a shame it's gone. Oh, but they did a wonderful run. There we are. Apparently, Isa is quite a young lady. So there we are. So there you have it. So there you go, a young lady. Scotty, did you know? Oh yes. Do you think the numpties that got rid of you at Scott FM regretted it? I suppose as a result they lost their jobs. Kareem, yes, they did. They lost their jobs very quickly afterwards. It was end of for them. So there you are. And in came some new people again, and just gutted the place out. Thought, well, that's that. And the people that got rid of Scottie Mcclue, they would probably be the first to go, actually, because obviously their judgment was a wee bit flawed. So there we are. But, anyway, I think, to be honest, in fairness to them, they've probably passed away now, these people that were responsible for that. But if there's one or two around, then, as somebody once said, they should stand on the naughty step facing the wall and wearing a dunce's cap for the rest of their lives. Thought that was harsh but fair. Thanks, Scotty. It was kind of an awkward question. I asked you, dinky do. No, Andrew, not at all. And on a much bigger network, we would have discussed it, but it's live, what we call live at the moment. So we can't really make comments on it per se. Thanks, Scotty. Sorry, Scotty. I was off the stream for a bit. I was trying to find a website where you can manage all your social media sites at the one time for yourself to use. J-Dog, amazing. I did a bit of work on Facebook yesterday on the big page. And was it right to update my clean-shaven photo with my beardy one? So there we are. You're very kind, J-Dog. It's very much appreciated. I think last time we spoke, I was living in Stirling when you were working in Manchester. Count Narcilago. Right. Got you. Fantastic. Yes, Stirling. Wonderful stuff. And I enjoyed Manchester, but you can't live in all the houses. You can't stay everywhere. Loved Sheffield, loved Yorkshire. Beautiful, beautiful people. I mean, great. I mean, I can remember doing a show in London on national radio at the time. There we are. The one that's now Talk Sport, I think it's called. Yes, Talk Sport's the one. That's it. Yes, I can see you changed your YouTube profile picture. Yes, is that wise, J-Dog? Do people like an update? Or are you better with the glam beardless Mcclue? LinkedIn is a very good site for managing all your streams. Or Linktree, sorry, I beg your pardon. Managing all your streams, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Very good, Robert Strimger. Yes, because I'm on everything. If you're on TikTok, go into @Scottie Mcclue. If you're on Twitter, follow me. @Scottie Mcclue, and tell everybody, say Scottie Mcclue's on Twitter, Scottie Mcclue's on TikTok. There we are. I remember a young person were talking about TikTok, and she said, do you know what that is? I said, know what it is? I am massive on it. So there we are. Be good if you had your own TV show, Scottie, people phoning in and chatting to you. Jim McKean, tell me what you think of this. And I could put it to the big bosses of television. Say a Friday nights, 11 o'clock till 11:30, Mcclue time. And we pop up just like this, and we take calls, we take emails, we take texts, we take comments, and I've got beside me a wizard of the big switchboard doing all the stuff, and they can be sharing on social media while we're talking. We can be discussing all sorts of things just for half an hour like this. Do you not think the figures for the audience would be through the roof? Tell us what you think. There we are. Are you on Skype, Scottie? I am on Skype. Do you want to Skype me? Scottie.Mcclue. So there we are. I think we might even be live on Skype. So there we go. Let me know if you want to Skype, and I shall pop that in, Scottie.Mcclue. That would be great, Scottie. Jim McKean, I think it would, and I have to say to commissioning editors, because they're used to working formulaically, I say, look, it's not going to cost you much money. Scottie Mcclue is a talking head. So really, really, really cheap programming for you, mob, and we try it. And we see what the nation, let the people decide. That's what broadcasting should be about. If you're wanting to attract an audience in this day and age, give the public what they want, and they will reward you with their viewership or their listenership. Once this gets discovered, this will go massive. If you've got a spare quid, guys, stick it into Scottie Mcclue, because I can buy little bits of advertising with it on social media. Yes, I think it would be huge. Scottie, I'll Skype tonight if you have it on. Kareem, good idea. That would be fantastic. And we can hear what's what. This morning has been an incredible show, guys. I hope we get your show back, Scottie. Sub-Zero, I hope so too. Well, Mcclue's still alive. Kareem, that's extremely kind of you. Kareem has just given me £1. He's tapped £1 on the $sign. Sent me a quid. Thank you, Kareem. You've sent many, 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 many of these, my dear friend. Thank you. Andrew says Scott FM is very much missed and could have been a radio station for a very long future. Great team of presenters. Scott FM should still be on the air now. Yes, there was no reason at all for Scott FM to go. Very strange. But in Scotland, and perhaps in the rest of the UK, if you've got something that's very, very, very successful, people want to change it. They want to come in. They're not presenters. They're not live talent. They're not producers. They don't know anything about broadcasting, but they come in, perhaps accountants. I think we need to cut a few of your presenters. That's where your money is going. Yeah, but that's bringing, well, I know it brings in advertising, but still a lot of money. You would get the advertising without these people, I'm quite sure. And I can remember the managing director had come from television, and he was just absolutely open-eyed at the fact that a handful of people could run a radio station for a whole day. Do you know? Because television's so expensive to make. What's the best thing about Switzerland? I don't know, but the flag is a big plus. J-Dog, I did know that one, of course, but I love it. Keep them coming. These are fantastic. The flag is indeed a big plus. Found you on Skype, sent you a hello. Count Murcielago, I thank you. Scottie Mcclue, are you still in Stirling? There we are. Do let us know what is what. Wonderful. Send us a wee message on Skype. What a wonderful, wonderful thing this morning. Guys, have we shared? Have we shared? You distract me. You distract me and I don't get the sharing done. Crazy, crazy. Right, let's share to the Scottie Mcclue group and let them know we are on live. And guys, can you take a bit of time today, please, I beg of you, to send Mcclue around, let people know, because even a handful of people, you've heard of the parable of the feeding of the 5,000. Now, I believe that, because if you get something the size of Hampden, and, people have taken a packed lunch because there's nothing available, then, folk would start to say, sorry, are you not having something? I haven't. We didn't bring anything with us. We didn't know. Well, look, here, have a sandwich. We've got plenty. Thanks very much. So there was originally 5 loaves and 2 fishes in the stadium, or the stadia, and then boom, everybody gets fed, the feeding of the 5,000. And another parable I tend to live my life by and run my career on is the sower and the seed. Some seed falls on good ground, some seed falls on stony ground. There you are. Check these parables out. Whether you're a believer in the Bible or God or not, it doesn't matter. A wonderful piece of literature. So there we are. Scottie, I will have you on in the background of getting up. So I'll say dinky do and speak tonight. Safe day, everyone. Kareem, enjoy getting up. Take your time and love being you. It's a fabulous thing to be. So there we are. Enjoy every second of your day. I need to do more sharing, guys. I really do. We must share. Sorry, am I too shouty? Sometimes I catch myself shouting. Stop shouting. Stop shouting. There we are. And what am I doing here? Oh, I'm sharing in a group. Fantastic. Pardon me. I'll share in the Scottie Mcclue group. Scottie Mcclue fans, there we are. Everybody knows about you. Just made that up. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. It's our show, Sub-Zero. Yes, get the word round YouTube in particular, because there are so many YouTubers on there. There are so many demands on your time. I adore YouTube. I love it because I've gone through the telly and there's nothing on it. But my lovely sister sent me a wee device that I can plug into the back of my telly and get lots of other things. And I'm able to see Mcclue in glorious Technicolor. So I know what's possible. And if we can get the word out so Mcclue is on the telly all the time, then it's an easy transition to television for this show. Move back to Geordie land after 4 years, Scottie. It was hard living in a caravan. Them winds were scary. Just wanted to wake upon Oz one morning. So there you are, fantastic. Wake up in Oz. Australia. Australia's got a lot of temptations, but so has the UK, assuming it survives Brexit. There we are. I don't think Brexit will go ahead. What do you reckon, guys? I think probably we'll just drift, and all this chat about democracy. I mean, democracy is not a majority of 1.2 million dictating to almost 70 million that they give up their freedom of movement, their UK citizenship, their seat at the big table of the world's top trading bloc, 28 countries, 510 million people. Madness. There's rumours going round. So there we are. Oh, wonderful. Glenn, I can't actually say that, but wonderful stuff. I mean the Yellow Brick Road, Oz. Oh, you wanted to wake up with the Wizard of Oz. We're off to see the Wizard. Get Johnston to fly paste posters on lampposts, advertising for nothing. Oh, I couldn't do that. It's illegal. You would never have Scottie Mcclue involved in anything dodgy. I think fly posting is illegal, John, is it not? So there we go. Fantastic. Anyway, having said that, have you noticed a little cameo program like this? A little niche program, totally different to anything on the internet. A little one-off on YouTube. We've now been on for 55.5 minutes. You know, incredible. Coming up to 56 minutes. 4 minutes to go for our little 1 hour pop-up. It's tremendous. Only if you're caught. The second rule, yes, do not commit. Yes, do not commit a sin and do not get caught. Wonderful, wonderful. So there we go. Now, I'll tell you a program that I've seen. Does anybody like a program called The Thick of It? So there we are. There's a wee bit of language on it, obviously, but it's political satire, but really quite funny. And the new device, I saw an episode of that on it as well. So there you go. Wonderful stuff. The things you can do. But there is so much media around. But Scottie Mcclue is now a very, very, very big name nationally and internationally. We've been on the internet virtually since it became, popular around 1998. I think I joined the internet. So there we go. And at that time, I thought, well, can we get a server and all that and have our own channel? Long before we had what we have just now. And I have a wonderful, wonderful website. Over 10 million people have visited it. To date, www.scottie-mcclue.com. But I'm just wondering if we can, you'll find that a lot of social media is coming out above the website. So there we go. J-Dog. Goodbye, Scottie. Take care. Have a great day and see you tonight for the next stream. Dinky Doo, J-Dog Gaming. I thank you for your support and for your thorough decency. You're a top man. You're a credit to us all, and you're a credit to the next generation of young people. Fantastic. J-Dog, have a good day. Dinky Doo, I say. And no wonder people wish they were J-Dog. Somebody asked me the other day, they said, who's this J-Dog you're talking to? I'm confused. And I sent back, he's a contributor, and that is his handle. You still use the term your handle for it's a kind of, your handle was a sort of CB radio thing, wasn't it? The big Scottie there. Oh, that's lush. It's lush. We've got tea as well. Spoiled, ruined. This is the way to pass an hour of lockdown, guys. Would you not agree? So there we are. Fantastic stuff. Now, we're going to have to dash off, of course, in a minute and a half. I think after all this is over, charge £5 to £10, meet and greet in a venue and get some funds and meet the fans and improve the stream. There we are. Yes. Would everybody turn up to see Mcclue for a £5, £10? Thought last night's stream was fantastic. Lots of people joined in. There will be a lot more of that, especially Sub-Zero, especially Robster, if we send it round. So please send it round. Sub-Zero. See you the night, Scottie. See you the night, Sub-Zero. Take great care. Have a lovely day. Look after your good self. Dinky Doo, big man. Have a great day. Have a wonderful day. You and Mrs. Mcclue and Johnson doing anything. Yes, Johnson's polishing the electroplated nickel. Did you see what I just did there? You'll have to maybe look that one up, Glenn. You might be too young to know what Clue is on about there. Fantastic. Sing the goodbye song. Yes, I'd better. I'll have to do it in 20 seconds. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Take care, everybody, as you go. Goodbye, everybody. Auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, and a cheerio. Made it. Ta-ra, lads. Love you lots. See you tonight.